We have just woken up to the most epic cloud inversion.
Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
Taking my time, looking up, I put out the moment I show.
Good morning from sunny Norway. This is such an incredible thing to wake up to. I got out the van to go for a wee and there was a massive cloud inversion and it just looks absolutely stunning. And this is what I love about Norway. We are parked up in the most incredible location, overlooking a valley, completely free. So this morning I've actually learned a really valuable lesson, and I woke up, grabbed my drone and realised that all 3 drone batteries that I brought aren't charged. So I've just whacked one on charge now as quick as I can. I'm going to have to fly it with like a quarter of the battery, which is fairly dangerous for a drone. Oh, you live and you learn. I should know this being a professional, but Norway tires you out because the light's so gorgeous and there's always something to film. It's really hard to keep them rotation of batteries on charge. But from now on, I'm making sure that at least 2 batteries are fully charged before I wake up. The drone's just sitting here now, waiting. Hopefully the battery is going to be charged soon. If you're wondering what drone this is, it's the Mavic 2 Pro. This thing is an absolute beast.
I met her open, bright-eyed and warm. She gave a shade to my laughter, holding my throat, emptying my chest, leaning and never said faster.
So yesterday evening we crossed over from the Lyngen Alps at Svensby. We got the ferry over. It was about 265 crowns and you can get it for about 199 crowns with the app that we downloaded. But of course, for some reason our card wouldn't work on there, so we had to pay the 265. But ferries in Norway are like buses. Everyone uses them. They're very frequent. They make getting from A to B a lot faster. We could have got here without getting the ferry, but it would have been about a 2-hour drive, whereas it was a 20-minute crossing. So it made a lot more sense. And now we're in the Tromsø area and we're going to be hiking up to the biggest peak in this area. It looks like it's going to have fantastic views and I'm really excited.
I'm super looking forward to this hike, but before we go to this hike we need to get out of this spot, because when we arrived yesterday the ground was quite soft and I don't think it's rained since then, so we should be okay with the tyres that we've got on the van, but we'll soon find out.
It has rained. It rained last night, yeah.
Okay, this might be interesting.
So this is the dirt that was kicked up from driving into here. This is a path, it is a little road, but obviously our tyres chewed it very nicely. So like I said, it has rained, but it shouldn't be too bad. And we're going to reverse out the way we came back onto that path there. Easy peasy! Don't know what you were freaking about.
So easy. So easy, I'm going again.
So before we head off on this hike, I wanted to say a big thank you to Squarespace, who have sponsored today's video. It's a fantastic platform where we have our website, and it's a great place for us to be able to share things like our blog posts, our podcasts, and even merchandise. And speaking about merchandise, we've got some new stuff coming out. Check that out because we're pretty proud of it. And Squarespace is a great place for you to be able to build your own website completely unique to you. And if you want to give it a free trial for 2 weeks, head to squarespace.com/indieprojects, and if you want to keep going with it afterwards, you can have a 10% discount off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Check it out, we love it. Our website is so important to us, and it's just a really great place for people to come and check out what we're up to every day. So now we need to go on this hike. I'm ready. I hope I make it to the top.
So we've just started the hike. It's about 20 to 4. There was a car park at the bottom, which was really helpful. But you know it's going to be a tricky hike when the elevation to start with is literally vertical. So this should be good fun.
So we're now at the last flat bit of the hike. We've got a river to cross, and it did say on the hike that there was going to be a bridge. It's actually just a plank of, it's actually not even a plank, it's just a dead tree. So let's see how that goes. And then it's just basically a straight ascent up. So if you want any drinking water, this is the last place to fill up, but we've already filled up our bottles, so we're okay, ready to go.
Hard to find what is true. Faded lines. Then there's you.
Just when you think you've crossed all of the rivers, there's another river crossing, but this one's a lot better. It's actually a plank, so we might not die on this one.
If I don't do anything else, I just wanna love you well. If I don't do anything else, I just wanna love you well.
So far it's a really enjoyable hike, but it is hot and sweaty work on a day like today. It's really muggy. Check out the elevation that we've gained. Bee's just hiking up, and you have a beautiful view down the valley.
So it's muggy, it's 20 degrees, I'm unfit, but it's such a lovely hike. What a view already. And we're not even all the way at the top yet. I think we're about a quarter of the way there.
And remember, this is why we came to Norway,
Yes.
to hike and to get fit.
Exactly, and Norway is the best place to get fit. Free exercise every day.
Something in your eyes moving with the tide.
So the weather is turning. We're about, well, there's the first peak. So we're not too far away from it, but it's literally the steepest hike either of us have ever done in our lives. It's already been a 700-meter elevation from the ground up. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not as fit as I used to be, but also the weather is changing dramatically. It was a wonderfully sunny day, and the weather forecast was saying it was gonna rain at about 9 o'clock, but we've just checked it and it's actually coming in a lot sooner at about 7. And I think, is it 6 o'clock now? It's 6 o'clock now, and I'm a lot slower than Theo, so he's gonna run up to the first peak ahead of me so he can actually see the view. I'm gonna try and get up there, but I'm not gonna kill myself trying to get up to this peak, because it's good to challenge yourself, but it's not good to hurt yourself. Theo's just proving how fit he is. We've come all the way from down in that valley. This is literally the steepest hike ever, steeper than Reinebringen.
Bee has done amazing with a big backpack. You know, we've got all of our camera gear with us. It's pretty hard going. Like she said, it is the steepest hike we've ever done. There hasn't been a plateau, it's just up, and it's crazy terrain. There's no way we're gonna hike along the scariest ridge I've ever seen in the rain. So
No, it's dangerous.
that would just be silly. So I think we've made the right choice, and I'm gonna run to the top. And then, yeah, I need a good, big feast of a dinner.
Yeah. time to say goodbye.
Again? Said goodbye the other day. Saying goodbye again. Let me give you a kiss.
I love you.
Right, see you in a bit.
Be careful. Are you seriously gonna run? He's a lunatic.
Guys, I made it. I'm so stoked. It was so worth it. The views from up here are just unbelievable. Panoramic views of the Lingen Alps and the snow literally right in front of me. So good. Check out this amazing blue lake down there. It's just like the blue lake we visited the other day. Oh, it's so stunning. So it's really windy up here. I've nearly lost my hat a few times. And yeah, I'm gonna head back down in a minute because obviously Bee's waiting. I don't want her to get cold. The temperature's dropped quite a bit and I did feel a few drops of rain recently, so I better start making my way back.
Theo's back and is literally just immediately lay down. I think he's tired.
Oh, that was hard.
I don't think we can hear you because it's very windy, but the weather is the weather is changing. It's about to rain and we need to get all the way down there, so we're going to stop filming now. Should we see them at the van?
See you at the van, guys. So we have moved a little bit since we last saw you and we have now recovered from our aches and pains. We've been hiding out in the van, healing our bodies because it was kind of crazy, that hike was. It was really difficult, but we are feeling fresh. It's been raining the last few days, probably the last 5 days non-stop. So it's been hunkered down in the van, getting some work done. But we have come to this beautiful place called Senja.
It seems good luck's finally on my side. She pulls the sheets off of me every night.
And it wouldn't be a little travel vlog without a little travel tip. And today's one is Senja is Norway's second largest island, so that's pretty cool to hear. And there's a lot going on in this island. So I've got my sensible Norway shoes on and Theo's got sensible Norway sandals on, which means donning the socks.
So we actually arrived in Senja yesterday, but didn't want to vlog it because I felt as if I was getting trapped in the taking photos, vlogging, and just seeing everything through a lens. And we think it's really important to live in the moment. We knew there was going to be an amazing aurora last night, and there was, so we kind of just put down most of the cameras and I did what I love, which is landscape photography, and just took some really nice images of the Northern Lights.
It was the first night in over a week that it was clear, so there was actually a really good chance to see the lights, and we had to weigh up the decision whether we were going to film it or not. And I'm actually happy that we just chose to take a couple of photos and spend the rest of it sitting below it because it was insane. But don't worry, we are going to be bringing you along on film once the Northern Lights come out again. Probably in the Lofoten Islands, not here, because we want to just kind of absorb it.
Norway's a really funny place, especially for me as, you know, a filmmaker, photographer. Sometimes it can be an overload. You have amazing light, you know, if the sun's out, you get a beautiful sunset, beautiful sunrise, cloud inversions, Northern Lights, and you end up not sleeping very much, and it just tired me out a lot. So I think we did the right thing last night, but don't worry, as B said, we will be bringing you guys along for the next Northern Lights mission.
And one thing we have noticed since we've come a little bit further north is that the temperature is really dropping now. It was 3 degrees last night and you could feel it. We had the heater on though, so it was lovely and cozy in there. And what a different experience it is this time around having a heater. Pure luxury.
Carve our names into that old oak tree, buzzing with song just like the birds and the bees.
So the car park is literally just up the wooden ramp, and it's got 2 toilets that have hot running water, which is glorious. And this is where we stayed last night with a couple of other campers, and there's some facilities around the corner which are very great, very handy for van lifers. We've got a gigantic bin to get rid of all of your rubbish and a tap of drinking water. Norway's really good at providing drinking water. All the petrol stations we've been to have got drinking water. This is drinking water here. You can even screw your hose on if you want, but we've got movable water bottles, so we're going to fill one up now.
So yet again, the removable bottles are working in our favour because we can take these to the water source. You probably couldn't park your van there very easily when it's really busy in the car park, and we've literally just run out of water, so it's perfect timing. We mentioned that we saw the Northern Lights last night, and it was one of the most spectacular shows that me and B have both ever seen. It was incredible. The whole sky just lit up. It was like a firework display at some points, and I really wanted to edit the photos last night, but it was like by the time we got to bed it was nearly 2 AM and I was knackered, and I'm never going to do a good edit if I'm tired. So I've just been going through some of the photos, and although I say it myself, I got some absolute bangers. So photo number 1 is a shot of B, and I positioned her just above a rock pool, so I got a really nice reflection. B's actually overlooking the sea, and I waited for a little while for the Northern Lights just to be in the perfect position above her head, and I think it looks really nice. You can even see the reflection in the water as well with the stars. The second image, the sky just went absolutely mental, and it's everywhere, and you can see the greens, the purples, the sun setting in the distance with the mountains. And again, I used a rock pool so I could add some foreground and get them lovely reflections. I actually met someone last night who helped out quite a bit with her settings because she was complaining about her camera. It's not the camera necessarily, it's knowing what you're doing really, and knowing what settings to shoot the Northern Lights on. It's a very different thing to shoot than the standard landscape, and I actually shot them images on a very old Canon 60D. This camera is not good at all, but I've got it, it's in my arsenal. The reason I shoot the Northern Lights with this camera is I love the lens that I've got on here. It's a Tokina 11-16, so I can shoot super wide. I can get really amazing wide landscape shots, and that's so important with the Northern Lights. But after I'd helped her out, she was getting much better results. But maybe I'll do a video all about the settings that I use to shoot the Northern Lights, because trust me, this camera is rubbish in low light, but I managed to get some really nice images.
I got all I could ever need. I swear you walked out of my wildest dreams. Yeah, I got you, honey, and you got me.
Head over to theindieprojects.com/shop and check out our new merchandise. Join us on Patreon for exclusive content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.